Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. I think I can turn off the music now and bring us on. We are live. Let me change the slide to something that makes sense now. Here we go. Sorry for being a little late. It is not my fault. It's Raza's completely. I'm just
My
kidding.
fault.
No worries, no worries. Life happens. But I'm very excited to have our very first lab. Actually, question before we start, was the music fun? Should I turn it on in the background? I have like so many different options.
I liked it.
You liked it? Okay. What should we go with? Future pop, minimal house, hip hop, chill house. Okay.
Isn't that like lo-fi coding music? I think lo-fi music.
Yeah, there's lo-fi. There's an epic one that's like this is lo-fi.
I love lo-fi.
Okay, so we're not going with any recorded versions of Raza singing this time, are we?
No, we're
Okay, awesome. We are off track. So I'm gonna get started with the introduction, and then we can just dive into what this lab is all about. So, hi, I'm Emily. I lead the DevRel team here at Scroll. Raza, if you want to introduce yourself for people who don't know you.
Hello everyone, I'm Raza and my job title is Emily Supporter.
Okay, that's cool. So my job title is Raza's boss. Or no. If you're my supporter,
Yes.
what am I? What are you? What am I?
Raza's boss, that works.
No, supporter, political candidate. I don't know. President. Okay, cool. I'm gonna for those of you who don't know, Scroll Open has started. Scroll Open is a what do you call it? A 6-week hackathon, 100K in prizes focused on building kind of the next DApp that's going to power what we're calling the open economy here at Scrolls. I'm going to start sharing my screen because I have a few slides I just want to take us through very quickly. I should have done this while Raza wasn't here, but that's okay. You have to listen to me talk. So just quickly going. Today is generating ideas. So if you didn't check it out, go to our youtube.com at scroll_ZKP. Raza's recorded a lecture for you guys on generating the best ideas, doing a vlog of doing it himself as well. And today we've sent out a form. If you want to find the form, it's on open.scroll.io. You can head to the schedule and then there'll be a list. We're going to be just going through as many ideas as we can during this time period. And if we don't get through all of them, that's okay. That means you should submit ASAP next week when we do another one of these labs. But yeah, just to go over, I think last week we had like 586. Now we're at 649, which is really awesome. 75 plus countries. We're hacking and building together. Like I mentioned, 100K in prizes. We have the general track. Everyone is eligible. Otherwise, we have smaller tracks, DeFi, RWAs, payments, consumer. But let's go ahead and dive into it. So I think before we start actually talking about ideas, I want to make sure we structure around what is a good idea statement, right? Especially since we'll be reading through all of these. Generally, how I like to structure them is basically your product name is a product type that helps target who are your users, what are they trying to do, how does your product work. Obviously, I'm feeding this information to you now, so your ideas are not going to be probably as condensed and short and sweet as this, but that's why we iterate, right? Next week is build in public. It's all about figuring out how to communicate easily about what you're doing. Today is just about refining, looking at what is V1. But just to give you an example, here's Privy. If you guys don't know Privy builds authentication, authorization, and data control tooling so developers can deliver amazing products and keep users safe. So product name, product type category, who are your users, developers, what are they trying to do, develop projects, how does it work? It keeps them safe. Anyways, without further ado, I don't want to eat into the time where we're actually diving into ideas. So I'm just going to quickly go into Twitter because we just have everyone post there, which is, I think, is the easiest way to get through everything. So idea 1, good job. Let me see. El
I can't
Gallo.
see your Twitter yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, light mode? Really?
Hey, my coding, my VS Code in my terminal is in dark mode, but everywhere else, I see the light. What does that mean? I don't know.
My eyes
But
hurt.
I don't know how to turn this into. I mean, okay, does anyone in the chat want a dark mode? As Raza's supporter, he's doing a poor job of supporting me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supporting light mode. Well,
Okay,
light mode.
cool. Let's dive into it. We are building a dApp to create digital testaments enabling crypto inheritance management.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay, I have never heard of something like this before. This is a little morbid, but I have been thinking about inheritance, but mostly because I just saw a Reddit post this morning about someone complaining about it. So there's a problem. There's a problem to be solved for sure. But yeah, I mean, maybe taking this step back, how we did it. Where is the ideas? Product name. I guess we don't have that yet. I think you're still in the validation pro. Totally fine. Product type. I think we're building dApps. Who are our users? Who knows? I guess in this case, it's me, your average normie reading, or I guess like disgruntled Reddit posters where people experience. Dude, I'm rambling, Raza.
Yeah, so I think that it's definitely a unique use case. So if you look at the lectures, the ideas lectures, right? Solve a problem, something that excites you. If this is something that excites you, that's super cool. I definitely think it's like a real problem to solve. The question is like, if you would do inheritance management, would you do that? Would people go there right now, like for crypto? I think that if it's like a tool that utilizes Web3 as a feature, it makes sense. It's also like how you position it. And it's also interesting because it says here more details. If no proof of life is provided within X amount of time, the heirs are allowed to withdraw the percentage assigned to them. It is very interesting because like I have quite a bit of crypto on chain, and imagine like I mean by now my wife is savvy, but like before she wasn't. That was interesting.
Oh,
You know,
that's a good point.
like I think about this a lot, where I'm like, hey, what if something happens to me, right? And right now it's just that I've got like all the things backed up, and I basically have Tony and a bunch of other of my boys like their Telegram handles, and I'm like, you DM any of these, they'll fly out and they'll help you. Um, but yeah, so I think they're definitely interesting. I also think it's niche. I think it's very, 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 very niche. And the question is, do you want to productize this and build a protocol, or is this a fun idea? So those are the two questions I would have. If it's a fun idea, that's cool. If you want to productize it, I think it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. I guess you could say a few things though. Might be, I mean, your audience probably very, very scoped to like crypto natives, as you mentioned, Raza. Things to think about if you were building this. My gut reaction was, are you going to include like some sort of privacy aspect to it? I don't know how I personally feel like revealing all of my inheritance testament details out on the public blockchain. So finding ways to circumvent that either through, I don't know, ZK proofs, other privacy protocols, things like that. And then, yeah, I think as you mentioned, Raza, as well, what do you call it? Find like your wife not being able to do it. Like the success of this idea is going to be very contingent on whoever is going to be drawing out the money understanding how to use it, right? So I think if you were to work on this, UX is also going to be incredibly important for whether or not this is like something that gains traction, of which I just made an idea slide around Privy, so check that out if you're trying to explore different tooling on Scroll. But yeah, very cool. Let's dive into the next one. Oh, I think this is going in opposite order because there's a new one. That means I went to the very last person. Oh my god, I cheated. El Gallo, you got lucky. I think this is actually the first person who posted. I'm getting the timestamps confused. Was this posted October 10th? That's fine. We can validate old ideas too. But onboard quizzes for businesses, teachers, and creators. Onboard your users in less than 1 minute. Create engaging interactive quizzes. Users easily shareable with friends at networking events. This is very interesting because it doesn't mention blockchain at all. Does this person work in blockchain? Lives on EDU chain. I'm not familiar with this one.
No, that is a pretty cool idea.
I think it's cool that you didn't mention anything on chain at all, which is like very important.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I mean, I think onboard users less than a minute, active learning, create engaging interactive users, ease will share with friends and network effects.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go for it.
Yeah, I think that it's a real use case as long as like it's plugged in behind and it doesn't give like a crypto vibe or feeling. Like I think social login here. First thing I'm thinking, social login, super important. Is it gonna be like, okay, you have like what's it called? What's that tool called to learn languages?
Oh, Duolingo.
Duolingo. Yeah, I think that if you have like something where you deliver on your promise, where you learn a topic or something and you keep people engaging, coming back, and then the on-chain thing can be like your track record and obviously maybe something like loyalty points. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. This feels like what polling. I'm gonna stop, but we can move on. I wanted to go through all of them because we have 30. We have 39 submissions in 40 minutes. So you're spending too much time per each one. Okay. And it takes me like half a minute just to find the next one. Cool. Here we go. Excited to bring my DeFi investment automation idea to Scroll Open. Problem: every month I allocate funds for my business. The market fluctuation, should I buy now or wait? Sometimes I follow through. This manual investing wasn't working for me. What if I could automate it? This problem solution approach, I have prepared some questions. Why should you use this app instead? other people already do it. You don't trust sexes? Yes. Makes sense. This app, middlemen, dexes offer full transparency and true ownership of my goals.
Yeah, I saw this one. I think that the first intuition was it's a lot. This is very, very, very broad. So I would scope this out even further. And everything that you do with payments has like a lot of like integrations, right? So here I would scope out and being like, what is the first flow that you kind of want to like that you want to ideate? So wait, do I have this open? Oh, this is a different one. Sorry. It looked similar. This one is called. This person is called
Teddy.
Tony.
Can you see
Teddy,
my
sorry.
screen? Am I
Teddy.
sharing it?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay.
1 second.
Do you also need me to
I need to
go and
DeFi automation. Can you scroll down a little bit? So I really as my notification wasn't working for me. It's probably personally I don't like stress. Yeah. So I answered Dex. Dex offer full transparency through ownership. Smart contract create secure, transparent system. Build an investment debt plan. Automate investment. Okay. I think this is a pretty cool idea if you use existing tooling or existing protocols on Scroll. So if this is something like where you're building on top of a DEX, that's super cool. It's not clear how you would automate investment. So how would you automate the investment? So what is the feature? That is something I would specify. But then as an idea, I think it's pretty cool. And also, I think that you need to spend time on the UX.
Cool. Otherwise, narrow scope. Okay. Nice. Post. Who's next? Okay. Oh, this one. This is the one based on your post, Raza. So maybe you'll be biased. So you posted this one about yield on scroll. So this guy's building an AI agent around.
Oh yeah, I saw this
It's
one.
like, damn.
Yeah.
Stock Raza. This is
Cool,
how
yeah.
you.
I'll make sure to like respond like on Twitter as well. But I think that the first thing that I was thinking about is like AI agent cool, intent yield. Try to use something like Across, like check out Across. Arcana is cool too. I think that so this was basically like AI agent automation.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I lost it. I have a bad habit of like flipping
No
screens.
worries.
Sorry. So AI agent that listens, speaks. Yeah, check out. Okay, and check out Third Web Nebula. I think Third Web Nebula has like something like where you can like chat and like it checks like stuff on chain as well. And then
Oh,
yeah.
interesting fact about Arcana. We're actually doing a workshop with them on Monday. So tune in if you want to learn how to actually use them and like explore like I guess building. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna move on because we are.
Oh yeah, and here again, like uh, uh drop a note saying like maybe at Razacode's comment is like share a wireframe and we'd love to give like more feedback, but super cool idea. um Share a wireframe, super cool idea. I think that my first thing would be is also like what would you like figure out the easiest flow, you know, hackathon or like scroll open winning tip, figure out the easiest flow, make it work.
Yeah. Cool. And you have 6 weeks. That's a very long time. Nice. Artists struggle to fund promotions and retain ownership. Fans want to invest in music and exclusive. Okay, so this is like, I guess, NFT
Spotify and chain.
music. Yeah, Spotify on chain. I think my gut reaction is a lot of people have tried to build this and it hasn't gained momentum, right? The question is, how are you going to differentiate? How do you get there? I don't listen to enough music, so maybe we are in a place where this makes more sense. But yeah, so I mean, my notes are, why do you succeed versus similar apps during summer? Because I feel like this got really popular, this idea, when I was, what do you call it? When I first joined crypto. So when, like, who was the first NFT music artist? I don't remember. But I know there were
There
a
are a
bunch.
bunch. I mean, like, yeah, I remember like on different ecosystems there is like I'll ask a friend of mine. I need to ask a friend of mine. There is one app that is relatively successful at this. Um, Here again, I see like as a vision, like here the vision is clear, like freedom for artists and like ownership of their creative work. Um, what does that MVP flow look like?
Users. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Here's my idea. If you, oh, is this the one that wrote an article? No, never mind. Sorry.
PvP, yes. I like it. I think the for this idea, I like PvP chess. I think the the thing is the thing to bear in mind is each move going to be a transaction. But now I'm getting into the implementation detail, so let's not do that. I think as an idea, does this excite you? I think it's a cool idea. How could you? I think that a very good idea. It would be cool if this becomes like include a leaderboard. Yeah, if there's a leaderboard, and it would be cool if you can play PvP chess. How can you include social elements?
Yeah.
I would say, how can you include social elements to create more impulse, like to make it more exciting?
Yeah. I feel like my first gut reaction is, how are you doing matching? Right. Oh, there is a leaderboard, tier leaderboard.
Oh, that's
But
dope.
like,
Then I wouldn't say would be cool if there's a leaderboard, but I would say, oh, I like the leaderboard idea a lot too.
I like the leader. I mean, I'm thinking like, how do you prevent cheating? So like, and especially here, if you're having different levels, what's keeping an expert from just entering the novice category and demolishing like experts and novice? Are we taking chess.com elo and importing it over? I don't know if you can do that. Is there an API for that? Novice categories. Okay. Cool. Let's keep moving. No, this person, their account doesn't exist. I'm sorry. If you don't know who I'm talking about, and you're watching the stream, not posing for now, check on your Twitter. Something might be wrong. Cool. Carria next. Web app revolution, talent and gig matching. Okay. Trustless NFT based skill verification, blockchain backed automated payments.
This one, I would say this has been tried a lot of times before. So
I would say like talent protocol
here,
probably is like
yeah,
a good one.
yeah, talent protocol. Like, what makes it different from like something like talent protocol? Also, as an idea, it's cool, but how would you attract users for this?
Yeah, I mean, and when I think about these a lot too, it's like users easy, to be honest. It's like that's the demand side. There's a lot of demand for jobs, but supply is a bigger thing. Like, how do you attract people who are willing to put trust into your project?
What would be cool is if you find a way to use LinkedIn for this. So can you scrape LinkedIn in such a way that you basically, the way you promote is like, hey, you don't have to do anything. You go to this link, click, with your permission, we scrape your LinkedIn and create a badge, and you can list it on your LinkedIn. So now you're plugging into like an existing ecosystem. The user doesn't have to go. And then just like how you can link a blog, right, on your LinkedIn, you could link it to like this app and be like, hey, you can go here and check and start utilizing. So think about integrating something like LinkedIn where people like go and have all their experiences and stuff like that. Maybe you create a rating system for LinkedIn. So you have a separate application that has like a rating system, and then it ranks you against like your peers in your industry.
As a child of an Asian immigrant being continuously compared to my peers and my family, this like gives me a lot of anxiety. I'm like, I'm not participating if you're ranking me against others. But it's okay. I'm just one user out of many. But for the power.
As an Asian brown father, I would love this for my kids. I'd be like, you're ranked 322,444. Good job.
That's healthy parenting.
People are gonna be
Okay. I should send this clip
people
to
are gonna
my
be like, you're
parents.
so mean.
Hey, mom. Remember when you
Hey,
raised me the way you did? No, I'm just kidding. I love my parents. I'm just joking. Our proposal, integrating a centralized repository for ML models and data sets on eterna.code. Is this like something you've already, or is this? I'm not familiar with this.
Oh, you're brave. You actually clicked the link.
I trust everyone.
I'm also I also don't know, but so integrating a decent using scroll. So data sets. Okay, so the data sets live on Eterna code.dev, I believe. Maybe it's just like I mean, like if it's like verifying that you used that set of data
wallet
on chain.
Oh, here's docs.
Oh wow,
this is intense. Yes. Yeah, we will only be judging based on your open source contributions that happened in the 6 weeks. So this is a lot. I will not take that into consideration. So I'm curious, like maybe a lot of it is what are you achieving in the next 6 weeks that really take this to the next level, right?
Yeah. My question about is what's the goal? What is the goal? And who's your audience? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like this is I should name others and find you examples too. Like a lot of people are also building this. Not that you can't build existing things, because if you watch the generating idea videos, you should look at existing ideas because you're in your, I guess you could say, second mover advantage, where you can see everything that they did wrong, right, and do it better. So that's how I feel about doing everything. I hate being first. Cool. Let's keep going. Beam it. Scroll. Let's go 3D. Here's what we do. Beam your metaverse ready 3D avatar from your favorite PP, just 10, into experiences, Motiverse. Oh, this is very cute. I'm curious what the traction is already, I guess, given that you guys have already launched. I mean, this is just kind of a side thing.
What is like a metaverse thing?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how it's different from like a Decentraland right now. Is the only difference that they're using like on cyber with I guess like the difference from Decentraland is it will actually take your NFTs and probably do some processing on it to make it like a little mini me real life figure that you can interact with. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Assumption.
Mm.
You're 3D ifying existing NFTs. Question: how getting traction? Big players like Decentraland and what was the open box? Who's the other big, like, I don't remember.
Where do the assets live?
Yeah. I feel like there's an element of like, are children better targets for this? Because I haven't really seen any good metaverse applications focused on little kids. I mean, a lot of that has to do with like UX and like trusting children with decentralized wallets, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other thing. Like, if I had to say, when
Yeah.
metaverse got really big, everyone was comparing it to like Roblox, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
study
Right.
Roblox. I know it's addictive because my friends with children are like, that's all my children do. Or maybe, I don't know, Raza, you tell me if your kids are obsessed with Roblox. But
No. Oh wait, they are actually. Minecraft? I don't know what kids are into. They talk about everything.
I think people like older millennials play Minecraft, maybe. Decentralized reels.
They watch
Yeah,
videos.
yeah. Oh, you know what they do? It's the TikTok brain rot videos. Do you know what I'm talking about, with like the Minecraft guy running around and then you actually learn something on the side?
Yeah.
Okay. Decentralized real estate platform that's changing the game. GeoTrust users can securely buy, list, and manage property transactions on blockchain. Listing requires admin verification, secure document storage on IPFS, streamlined buying experience, smart contract automation. Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm curious how you're doing automation, because that's like a whole nother beast in itself if you're smart contract automation.
Yeah.
But
So this is basically like an orchestration tool.
for
No?
real estate, yeah. So I mean, sorry, this is focused
Interesting.
on real estate. I was just reading and nitpicking one specific thing where he said he was doing smart contract automation for actual like listing and, you know,
Here
but
again, I think that with a lot of these things, it's kind of like, it reminds me of 2022, and the problem is distribution. So it's a great idea, but the problem is distribution. And so how do you make sure that you utilize existing real estate platforms where properties are listed, and then on your platform you provide, let's say, these added features? Or how do you make sure that as a browser extension, so this would be a great idea for a browser extension. By the way, we should have said that for the previous idea, for the LinkedIn idea too. So how do you do this as a browser extension where on an existing real estate platform you would have these added things, like, and then, as a browser extension you have like these badges that pop up on a website, and
are
then
you saying, because
that they're
like,
basically.
I mean, the problem with that, right, is a badge on an existing, they're trying to buy real estate. So why, if you went on like Zillow, would they choose to buy a property with crypto?
I mean,
Only
so the idea is it just to buy, or is it fractionalized, or like fully buy it?
securely buy property transactions. I think it's everything. It's not fractionalized. Ownership transfers. Yeah, I think this is like actual houses. If anything, we're reading this incorrectly, and part of the idea refinement is refine the idea. What I do want to say, this is a quick plug for Scroll. If you are trying to buy a house on chain, that is literally impossible with optimistic rollups due to 7-day fraud period. So 3.5. Okay,
3.5.
well, still
Yeah,
less secure. I
and
mean, it's still a trust-based assumption, right? So, yeah.
yeah, it is. I will say this is that I definitely think, like, so again, the idea is cool, but the problem is distribution. Is that even if you have built something like this, why would they use your platform as opposed to like traditional Web 2? Um, uh, and I think that if you could scrape listings and then um, yeah, no, but can you not create with the browser extension like a button that says "Buy this in crypto"?
I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, maybe. Are you saying like I, as a user, am looking at Zillow.com and I see a buy with crypto and I
Yeah,
hit buy with crypto and I'm just routed to GeoTrust and then all of the ownership. I guess my thing is more so I only have experience. I've never bought property in the US, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on to it, right? I guess part of it is on crypto, you're circumventing all of the bureaucracy that comes along with it. But I'm curious how you guys would handle, let's say, like loans, right? I think very rarely can a person in the States at least buy a house, um, in one go.
yeah,
Loans, complications. The other thing that I think is better is like maybe rental, is smaller scoped.
I think it comes down to the same. Is that who's your target audience? Are they already on chain? Most of them are not, and these are like larger amounts, so the risk profile is much larger as well. I think that as an idea, it's a cool idea, but how feasible is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk
This
about
is the one with
DeFi.
the article. Yeah.
Okay. Ever felt overwhelmed by or tracking yield? I'm guilty
Yes,
too.
what if you could?
Okay. What if you could create multiple accounts vaults within a single dedication? Okay. So this is like yield aggregating. Oh no, this is like a risk portfolio manager. Okay. Different vault system. Help me build this. Know your projects in TLDR. Build a multi-vault system separated.
I mean, I like this. Anything that says reduce
Yeah,
manual
I
monitoring.
think I like it. That's pretty cool.
This is amazing. I like it just because you wrote this article, but I do think this really solves a problem.
Oh wow, this is very similar to my idea.
The one that
actually.
you're building on your blog.
Yeah. But it's cool. I think it's slightly different, but I like it. I will tell you, like, how I think. Um, it's very difficult to create trust for a new protocol. So if you're gonna have vaults, it means that um, people would lock funds in your protocol. The second thing is risk parameters for vaults, risk parameter management. Risk management for vaults is very difficult. Um, and what will users? How will you? 1 second. No, 1 second. I need to think. I actually have a question about. So, can you scroll down? What if you create multiple accounts vaults with a single wallet? High risk for leverage play, borrowing liquidity managers. As a long-term vision, it seems like as a long-term vision, this is pretty cool. What would where would you where would you
I guess
start?
I like these questions because
How
these are also my questions. How do you manage risk today? I don't. I only do very, very safe things.
Yeah, so I guess I'm a DeFi power user, right? And the fact of the matter is I do everything manually because the biggest problem is that you can't have stop loss on chain, or you can, but you cannot do it in a safe way, right? So you like not without like having a hot wallet. So automated yield, you very much come like in the AI agent world. What features would make you trust the vault system? Honestly, is it audited? Do you rely on existing designs or creating your own? Um, uh, my advice is how can you leverage existing smart contracts? I'm giving my idea, but it's fine. How can you leverage existing smart contracts instead of creating your own? How could you create a protocol that is um, not locking up funds, but providing this automated benefit. I have the answer, but
you can also figure it out on your own. Okay, awesome. This one. We're building the next generation of endogenous algorithm. Oh, I saw this and I was like, whoa, lots of words. 3-coin, multiple security and anti-fragile governments. Okay, there's not more to it than this. My first question is, I'm actually apologize for my ignorance. I don't know what endogenous means. Having an internal cause or origin. Okay, my other thing is like every time I hear algorithmic stablecoins, I get a little anxious.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think that right now, like, so if I look at this, right, assume all participants in a market maker. Oh wait.
Is he being sarcastic? Is that why it's this meme?
Yeah, I think that's yeah, that's sarcastic.
Sweat.
Are you using an existing framework?
Thanks, stable coins. Analysis. I guess somehow this forces people to act rationally. I'm curious how.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, you should ask how would they act rationally?
Yeah, my assumption is he means something regarding this 3-coin system, regarding multiple layers of security and anti-fragile governance. We have it all. Enforcing rational decision making. Yeah, I mean, I think my thoughts are the spirit is very good. I just don't have enough detail about how you're planning on executing it.
Yeah, but it's the idea phase. So as an idea, I like it.
So think about these and synonyms for endogenous. Yeah. I'm sorry. Cool. So next one here. What I'm working on for Scroll mates are AI-powered digital pet companions meant unique pets generated by AI.
Oh wait, there's a comment. No, not all moves are transactions. 3 parties will record 2 players in the server. Oh, this is.
Oh, did they leave a comment? Or
in
chat?
Oh, I think that this is this was, yeah. Oh, this was for the chess. So much. Okay, amazing. Thanks so much. Sorry, I missed the comment. I'm not going through the comments now. Was that my job?
No, it was my job, but I feel like there's a part of me where I'm like, I feel like we don't have time to go through comments. We'll go through comments at the end if we have time, but jumping back and forth is definitely not gonna help us make sure we get to everyone. Okay, Scrollmates are AI generated. Each NFT is influenced. Yes, okay, notes. My personality does not latch onto
I would use this.
AI pets. Raza, you would use it? Raza says.
Yeah, I mean, like, you should find a way that friend groups will use this. So can you like integrate this with Telegram? I would integrate something Telegram. Like, can friend groups use this? Can you create a sticker pack?
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. And then, you know,
stage experiences. I think also it's just like, don't say NFT. Because
yeah, digital collectible is the word.
Yeah. Digital collectible. This is silly, but one of my favorite things is when it does come to like the I'm taking care of a pet phase. If you have heard of Finch, it's basically you get a little chick, and then based on tasks you assign yourself, so like drink water, brush your teeth, do whatever, you can get little points and then buy clothes for your little bird, and then it grows over time. You guys will buy plane tickets, so I took my Finch to Taiwan, which was really cute. So I think a lot of that is like, why do I use this app is because of the features, not because it's blockchain, right?
Yeah.
So did I hit post? Reply. Okay. Just so you guys know, if you're submitting your post, some of you guys weren't actually putting the link on Twitter and like linking to different things. That broke the rules. So I'm not go. I'll get to you at the end if we have time. We only have 13 minutes left. Time to lock in. Yes. Oracle-less lending protocol with unlimited loan duration for any asset. Yes.
What?
How?
How? I have one question for you.
Yes.
How? Cool. Please tell us how. Yes.
Okay.
And that's definitely a very novel use case if you can pull that off.
Yeah. So people are into it. Cycling registry for Kenya and Africa built with Solidity and React would be a blockchain. Cyclists can register their bikes, verify ownership, and track lost or stolen bikes. I've seen this actually done pretty well in different places, like in a country in South America that I don't remember the name of. Like, yes.
Is this like a big problem?
Lost or stolen bikes? Yes.
I mean, like, does it happen a lot? Like,
yeah, I mean, so the example I had in uni, right, was everyone's bikes would get stolen all the time. So we actually did register our bikes with the school. And then if our campus police ever saw it around, they would be able to like notify us. There wasn't anything very formal about it. It was kind of just like a take a picture. Also, full transparency, I actually don't know how to ride a bike, so I'm speaking from my friend's experience.
you
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Oh my god, you
Why
nerd.
does that make me a nerd?
How can you not? Oh my days, how can you not know how to ride a
My
bike?
parents were too
I'm from the
busy
Netherlands.
training me, comparing me to my peers in the academic sense.
Do you know how
I
to
know how to
swim?
swim. Yes, I do know how to swim. I don't know how to ride a bike. It's really unfortunate. So, time to get into Emily's relationship history. My partner right now also doesn't know how to ride a bike, and that's like my only fear is like our children will just be bikeless people for the rest of their lives. Okay, but he has a reason because when he was learning how to ride a bike, he fell off the bike and then a car immediately ran over the bike. So like imagine being a child and then you might get but I have
That's
no reason
wild.
for like internal trauma. I just got lazy. But anyways.
Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands. If you don't know how to ride a bike, you basically can't survive.
How do you drive adoption? I think this is like gonna be D-pin solutions.
Ooh, like it. Buzzword, but I like it.
Yeah. What is the D-pin project that's like really famous that you should
On Solana?
No, like D-pin infrastructure. So it's not an actual D-pin app, but like if you were to build a D-pin application, I would recommend that you use these people. But unfortunately, I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm going to say Google D-pin solutions. If you see one where I was associated with it at some point, because I did a workshop with them, that's the one I was talking about. Okay, cool. Next, Degen Trading AI Agent, powered by Uniswap v4 hooks, advanced features and full customizations.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I like this.
Oh, there's a new version of this post. Okay.
I would say, cool idea. I like that it's very like I like the vision of the product. What is the first set of features that you're actually gonna build? Can your product also launch tokens? Maybe use Elisa framework to launch a AI agent, social AI agent with a meme coin.
And name it Raza coin.
Yeah, as long as I'm not associated, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious what this means. But we're rolling through them all.
How many do we have going forward?
I don't tally. We did this via tally form, and they don't have a, what do you call it? They're not numbered, and I don't remember how many did. I guess the question is, we have 8 minutes left. I have Raza. Are you busy after this? Do you still have meetings?
Yeah, in 8 minutes,
Okay,
unfortunately.
yeah. Anyways, what I mean is this, right? This is your incentive to be the very first one to submit as early as possible. So forms drop right after our first lecture. So CraftLink is a layer 2 blockchain designed to empower.
By the way, I will get back to Twitter. Like, so everyone who tagged me, I will get back to.
Yeah. I mean, we'll send you guys a list. I'll send. Yeah, we can add our own notes. But is this a blockchain? How is this being built on Scroll? I'm confused. Okay. Does it need to be its own L2? Yeah. I do like the idea of being able to find international talent. I say this because I'm scouring Etsy right now for wedding dresses from Ukraine. So
Whoa.
Yeah, and like Vietnam and different places.
Wow. Is that a thing?
Okay, I'm not intentionally looking from those countries, I guess you could say, but it is a thing for, it's very common for like these, I guess, designers in emerging markets to be selling on Etsy or like these other platforms, because you can get really nice clothes for significantly cheaper, right? And it's really great for the wedding dress market too, at least for me personally, because the markup is not as high. And that's kind of the foundation for how they build their brand. Protected pay, reimagining secure payments ever sent to the built-in safety nets. How does that work? Send crypto that stays locked until claimed. Wrong address, get an instant refund. No more lost funds. As simple as... Oh, so it's if you're like sending it to somebody, but then they claim it, or is it you claim it? Like, how does that protect you if they're the ones claiming it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Split bills. Does this work? If the recipient is responsible for claiming. Though I think what Reddit does, or not Reddit, Venmo does have seller protection or buyer protection. And the way it works is when you send money incorrectly to a seller, there's some like incentive mechanism where you pay a little extra to make sure it's the correct one. And then if it's not, the seller is fined. I don't remember the exact mechanics, but I mean, if you're doing like thinking from that kind of point of view, Venmo is a good Web 2 equivalent to look at.
Yeah, agreed.
Next, AI agent that deploys tokens on behalf of holders of a specific token via requests on X. Is this just like a fun thing?
Yeah. 1 second. What tokenize on scroll managing for request? Interesting.
That's the mark.
I actually think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Or I guess maybe it's like, how do you pump the new tokens? Because I mean, with like existing meme coin launchers, right, they have like a separate whole web page that shows how everything is moving. But like, if you just launch it, do you have capabilities to build hype afterwards? or is part of the reason it's on X is because you get natural social approval and excitement and sharing on X. But okay. V protocol built on Scroll, P2B lending with conventional DeFi lending, auto debt rebalancing yield boosts. I guess it's not immediately apparent to me how this is different. So, let me explain. This is different. Let's see. Step function up. Cool. Moving on. Okay. Share the idea of trust lock for Scroll Open. We want to bring disruption to the crowdfunding space, leveraging the transparency and trust of. Oh, there's a video! Amazing! Is there sound with it? There is sound with it. Okay. Or no, sorry, that was you making sound, Raza. Is there a way to speed this up? It's a 2-minute video. Crowdfunding.
I love the idea of disruption to crowdfunding. If this is something like supporting like fundraising stuff, that's super cool.
Records and scoring, leveraging. Major donor vote to withdraw. Oh, I like that. Notes. Yes. I like the major donor vaults. Withdrawal. Factor in. Don't do it if it's great. Okay, so I added a comment about this is simply like just added. Don't add it in if it's not interesting. But my gut reaction towards crowdfunding, I apologize. Everything is my frame of reference is Reddit, where there's like a lot of randos who just put up crowdfunding like campaigns for the most ridiculous things. How do you factor in like reputation and all of that? Or is there like a, I don't know what I'm saying, but we are at 10. So we are at the 0 mark. We'll try to leave comments for all the remaining, I guess we have like, I think we only have like 10, 15 more. So it shouldn't be too hard to do it like off the fly. But I guess, Raza, you're free to go. I know you have a meeting. For those of you who are still watching, next steps, open.scroll.io if you want to be involved. This is all the right places to find information. Buddy Pass is still open. So that is going to be, what do you call it? Applications are closed. Buddy Pass you can get in still through referrals. Today's live stream, your referral code is ideas. So get on that, start using it. I hope to see you guys hacking. And again, next week, our lecture's around building in public. So it's going to be a whole like Twitter spiel again, but I think this time it'll be a little more exciting because we'll have refined your ability to communicate in the online world. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining. That was our first lab. Please let us know what you think. If you had any, what do you call it? Desire to change the format in the future. This is a continuous learning process. So I will see you guys on the interwebs and hopefully at the end during our submission process.